Hello, good evening to you all. My name is Audu Tofik, a resident of Tumu in Susale East of the Upper West region of Ghana. Yeah, in fact, I am into vegetable production and anything agric. Uh, of course, the nature of the agribusiness I have found myself doing is uh, plant farming and that of animal farming. Yes, I'll first of all talk about the plant farming. Uh, what I do specifically with regards to the type of crops that I grow. Um, for the time being, uh, I have basically 4 different crops I have planted. 4 different crops, and I'm doing this so I can pick out the best that are suitable for the land. That are suitable for the land. So what I am growing at the moment includes cabbage, watermelon, okra, and that of pepper. I'm doing all these so that, like I mentioned earlier, I know which crops are more suitable for the type of land that I am using. I'm actually using sandy loamy soil. Sandy loamy soil. Of course, crops like watermelon, cabbage, onions do well on this type of soil. Um, what I want all the youths, whether you are in the government sector working or you are unemployed, to know very well is that we cannot do much about Ghana's economy without farming. But it's rather unfortunate a lot of people see farming to be a primitive work. They see farming to be a dirty work. They see farming to be a work for the poor and people of less privileged. But I would like to demystify that particular mindsets of people. If you actually want to go into real farming and take farming as a business and not just a hobby that our great grandfathers used to take it for. Today, with available resources or with a very good financial strength, you can farm 100 hectares and acreages of farm depending on your financial strength. And for that matter, it is never, let me be emphatic on this, it is never a work for the poor. For this type of farming I am doing, I actually do it all year round. I do all year round production. I don't just limit it to rainy season. However, in the rainy season, the cost of farming is drastically reduced due to the fact that money that would have been used to buy fuel to power the generator can be reserved to be used for other purposes. For that matter, you realize that cost of production during the rainy season is very minimal. But then in the dry season, once you need to make your crop growing and for you to reach peak of production, there is the need for you to water the farm so well to ensure that almost all the time the soil looks moist, to actually create a very conducive growing environment for the crops that you are growing. Because today is the first time I'm introducing myself and the type of farming I'm doing, I would not like to bore you much. But then what I need to tell you is that let's all come into production of food for our people. Let me take to Musasale East, for instance. It's very pathetic. Sometimes when you sit down and you see the water bodies that we have around us, yet only a few number of people out of the 71,000 plus population within the municipality, are involved in crop production, such as tomatoes, cabbage, watermelon, and what have you. And yet, we see the Burkinabes will bring cross special tomatoes across border from Leo in the Burkina Faso to sell to us here. And when I sit down and actually look at how our women rush in to buy these tomatoes, I feel so pity. Okay, and that is one of the reasons. That's one of the reasons that actually has, made me have this thoughtful mind to go into crop production. Amidst all challenges, amidst all challenges, amidst all challenges, I still have to ensure in the few years to come that we have in abundance of tomatoes, cabbage, watermelon within the locality, that is in the Zasale East municipality, so that a woman will not be rushing. A woman will not be rushing looking for tomatoes, especially this time around. You realize that okra is not in abundance. It's not in abundance. And a woman goes to market to buy okra, 5 cedi, you see it to be very small. You see, which we could have been producing, even if you are doing the farming and you don't do it on a large scale, but something small, at least you could also get your daily bread. So that is why I have tasked myself, taking upon myself that I have to join the few who are actually producing to feed, my people within the Zasale East. And for that matter, this time around, the major crops I am doing now, or the major crop I am cultivating is cabbage, because when I tested the water, I realized that cabbage is in less, supply. Demand for it is so high within this period. And for that matter, if I venture in there, I'm not only going to actually get money for myself, but also going to help my people, in fact, to cut down possible rise of the cost of what this cabbage, because most of the time you see the little people bringing them in to sell to our women, and once safer increases, you realize that there will be an automatic increase in the price of cabbage here in the market. Yes, so I want to entreat every youth, no matter, irrespective of whichever work you are doing, okay, you can still do farming. And I will want you to stay active on this particular page. Then you follow on whatever we are going to be discussing from now and to go. Of course, you can get more videos on weekly basis on my YouTube channel, Tofnaj Farms. Simple, go and subscribe to it. Then you press on the bell and you get all the notifications on the video that I'll be doing with regards to farming, especially crop production and that of animal production. With animal production, I'll reserve it for some other time so that we talk into details. But if you want to practically know how crops such as especially vegetables are produced from the nursery up to period of maturation or maturity, always stay tuned to this platform and some other platforms such as the YouTube pages, and you shall learn more. Oh yes, at this juncture, I would like to show you the nursery that I have done. Yes, so this is a cabbage nursery. As you could see, they are just about 2 weeks old, and in a week time or two they'll be due for what? Transplanting. And as they are almost due for transplanting, in fact the land preparation is also taking place, so that as soon as they are ready, we will simply do the transplanting there and be counting 3 months from the date of what? Transplanting. Of course, today is just an intro. I wouldn't bother you guys much on this. I know the next video I'll basically be talking about how you are successfully going to plant, okay, or grow cabbage from nursery up to harvesting. So until then, I will say assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh, and stay blessed. Bye bye.